Hey folks, want to come on here and shoot a quick video, or maybe not so, maybe it's a little bit longer than expected. I did this is a second take. I uploaded with 9, you've probably seen the title by now, my top 10 books of all time, with 9 books, so this is, yeah, all good. But it was very challenging to compile a list because there was a number of reads that I wanted to add in, particularly by an author called Ryan Holiday, that I had to leave out. So I'll get to it, I'll get to the point. This is my top 10 books of all time. First one is, and this is in no particular order, You Show Your Work, 10 Ways to Share Your Creativity and Get Discovered by Austin Kleon, New York Times bestseller from the author of Steal Like an Artist. I love the size of the book, personally, and all the illustrations and the design in it. I think it's great. And there's a recommendation from Ali Abdel, not a personal one, but on his videos he mentioned it. I also kind of maybe did half the course. I don't know if I completed the Part-Time YouTuber Academy a number of years ago. I think it was 2021. So yeah, I wanted to share. Austin Kleon is one of the brightest new minds on the creative landscape. Show Your Work demonstrates why, with simple yet profound insights and an array of his amazing images, he casts aside all stereotypes of the creative life and tells what it's really like. Daniel H. Pink, author of To Sell Is Human and Drive. Share Like an Artist. And these are the 10 chapters on the back of the book. I think they're the 10 chapters. Number 1, you don't have to be a genius. Number 2, think process, not product. Number 3, share something small every day. Number 4, open your cabinet of curiosities. Number 5, tell good stories. Number 6, teach what you know. Number 7, don't turn into human spam. Number 8, learn to take a punch. Number 9, sell out. Number 10, stick around. So that's the first one. No particular order. Second book is by the same author. Back in focus, Austin Kleon. Again, and this book is called Steal Like an Artist, 10 Things Nobody Told You About Being Creative. New York Times bestseller, beautiful. Chris Anderson, curator of the TED conference. And I love the size of the book, and then you have all the illustrations and the design as well, the design, excuse me. On the back, again, the 10 chapters. Unlock your creativity. Number 1, steal like an artist. Number 2, don't wait until you know who you are to get started. Number 3, write the book you want to read. Number 4, use your hands. Number 5, side projects and hobbies are important. Number 6, the secret, do good work and share it with people. Number 7, geography is no longer our master. Number 8, be nice, the world is a small town. Number 9, be boring, it's the only way to get work done. Number 10, creativity is subtraction. Same author. I enjoyed those two very much. And a little shorter, they're like less than 150 pages, so you can go through them pretty quick. Even, well, anyway, it depends if you're a slow reader, if you're a quick reader, if you just got into it. So, or if you have dyslexia, but I won't get into that. So, anyway, I'll stop. Next book is Effortless by Greg McKeown. Make it easier to do what matters most, from the author of Essentialism, the million-copy bestseller that started a global movement. Squiggly lines to a straight line. Read this quite recently, and it's one of those things, I don't know who says it, but when the student is ready, the teacher or master will appear, and I found this to be quite good for a number of reasons. Effortless shows that achieving more doesn't have to be as hard as we make it out to be. Ariana Huffington. Do you ever feel like things are so much harder than they used to be? Do you know something is important yet struggle to get it done? Are you running faster but not moving closer to your goals? Do you want to make a higher contribution but lack the energy? We've been conditioned to believe that the path to success is paved with relentless work, that if we want to overachieve, we have to overexert, overthink, and overdo, that if we aren't perpetually exhausted, we're not doing enough. Getting ahead doesn't have to be as hard as we make it. There is a better way, the effortless way. Effortless reveals how you can make the most essential activities the easiest ones, filled with actionable advice from how to turn tedious tasks into enjoyable rituals, to learning how to set a sustainable pace and remove unnecessary steps from your process. Effortless will show you how to achieve the results you want without burning out. In a world beset by burnout, Greg McKeown's work is essential. Daniel H. Pink, author of Drive, a much needed corrective to burnout culture. Cal Newport, author of Deep Work. There it is. It's a third book. Just want to make sure. This I've read over the last number of years. The next one, it's called Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender. David R. Hawkins, MD, PhD. Here is the front. On the back, a publisher price varies in other countries. Self-help. Letting go. Letting go describes a simple and effective means by which to let go of the obstacles to enlightenment and become free of negativity. During the many decades of the author's clinical psychiatric practice, the primary aim was to seek the most effective ways to relieve human suffering in all its many forms. The inner mechanism of surrender was found to be of great practical benefit and is described in this book. Dr. Hawkins' previous books focused on advanced states of awareness and enlightenment. Over the years, thousands of students had asked for a practical technique by which to remove the inner blocks to happiness, love, joy, success, health, and ultimately enlightenment. This book provides a mechanism for letting go of those blocks. The mechanism of surrender that Dr. Hawkins describes can be done in the midst of everyday life. This book is equally useful for all dimensions of human life: physical health, creativity, financial success, emotional health, vocational fulfillment, relationships, sexuality, and spiritual growth. It is an invaluable resource for all professionals who work in the areas of mental health, psychology, medicine, self-help, addiction recovery, and spiritual development. And there's also a photo on the back of David R. Hawkins, MD, PhD, was director of the Institute for Spiritual Research, Inc., and founder of the Path of Developmental Non-Duality. He was renowned as a pioneer researcher in the field of consciousness, as well as an author, lecturer, clinician, physician, and scientist. He served as an advisor to the Catholic, Protestant, and Buddhist monasteries, appeared on major network television and radio programs, and lectured widely at such places as Westminster Abbey, the Oxford Forum, the University of Notre Dame, and Harvard University. People from all walks of life and nationalities honor Dr. Hawkins as a teacher of advanced awareness, exemplified in the title Foremost Teacher of the Way to Enlightenment. His spiritual evolution is briefly recounted in the About the Author summary. At the conclusion of this book, his life's devoted to the upliftment of mankind until his death in 2012. Yes, I thought I'd share. Read this when I was going through some things, and I will leave it, I look here, and I will leave it at that. A number of different, anyway, I won't go into it, but just thought I'd share. Next book is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Jumpstart your income, your life, your success. New York Times best-selling author. A real program with real tools that can change your life and make your dreams a reality. David Batch, 10-time best-selling author, 10th anniversary edition, over 1 million copies sold. On the back, how to get the success you desire and the life you deserve. This is a must-read book for success. It's just a lot of testimonials, but I'll just read them out very quickly. This is a must-read book for success seekers. You want to know what it takes. You want to know what to do. It's all here. This is your Operation Mining for Success. Keith Ferrazzi, I think that's how you pronounce his second name. Best-selling author. A treasure chest of ideas for achieving greater success than you ever thought possible. Brian Tracy, best-selling author. If you're hungry to be successful, you can kind of see the pattern, which is nor good nor bad. This is it. The fundamentals of all the success you ever wanted to achieve condensed into one book. Don't read this, consume it, study it, make it your operation and manual for life. Les Brown, best-selling author. Life doesn't come with an instruction manual for success, so Darren Hardy has written one for you. The Compound Effect shows how small, smart choices add up to transform your life. Harvey Mackay, best-selling author. Darren Hardy has a panoramic view of what it takes to be successful, a bona fide expert who shares what he's learned from first-hand experience to help you achieve greater success. This does more than get you pumped up. It gives you a plan. I recommend it. Mark Sanborn, best-selling author. The principles in this book are as practical as they are deceptively powerful. I'll be applying it to my fitness, my family, and even my faith life. Patrick Lencioni, forgive me if I got that wrong, best-selling author. The compound effect will help you beat the competition, rise above your challenges, and create the life you deserve. T. Harv Eker, best-selling author. I've got a number of things, a number of principles or number of concepts in this book that I've added in over the years, and I found it to be quite interesting. I thought I'd share. Next book is Mindset by Dr. Carol S. Dweck. Change the Way You Think, Fulfill Your Potential, updated edition. These are all non-fiction, by the way. No, there's no fiction books here, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll continue. Updated edition, million copy bestseller, essential read for anyone with aspirations. Matthew Syed, author of Bounce. Spit on the back. Discover the mindset for achieving success, business, parenting, school, and relationships. The value of this book extends way beyond the world of education. It's just as relevant for business people who want to cultivate talent and for parents who want to raise kids to thrive on challenge. Bill Gates, world-renowned Stanford University psychologist Carol Dweck, in decades of research on achievement and success, has discovered a truly groundbreaking idea, the power of our mindset. Professor Dweck explains it's not just our abilities and talent that brings us success, but whether we approach our goals with a fixed or growth mindset. In the right mindset, we can motivate our children to raise their grades as well as reaching our own goals, both personal and professional. Mindset reveals all great parents, teachers, CEOs, and athletes already know how the simple idea about the brain can foster learning and nurture the resilience that is the basis of accomplishment in every area. This revisited and updated edition includes new material on organizational mindsets and opening yourself up to growth, and address common misconceptions about growth mindsets. Dr. Carol S. Dweck is widely regarded as one of the world's leading researchers in the field of personality, social psychology, and developmental psychology. Her work has been featured in such publications as The New Yorker, The Times, and The Guardian. I read this book when I started getting into reading, and if that makes sense, I think it does. And yeah, I got a lot from it. I won't get into it too much, but it's another book that sounds like I didn't read any of them. But yeah, it really taught me that a number of things that sort of, anyway, I won't go into it, but by, as the title says, by changing the way I think about things or about myself. Anyway, I won't get into it. That's it. I'll move on to the next book. The War of Art, Break Through the Blocks and Win Your Inner Creative Battles. Stephen Pressfield, a vital gem, a kick in the ass, Esquire. Here's the front of it. Creative work is a gift to the world and every being in it. Don't cheat us of your contribution. Give us what you got. Stephen Pressfield. Do you dream of writing a great American novel? Regret not finishing your paintings, poems, or screenplays? Want to start a business or charity? Wish you could start dieting or exercising today? Hope to run a marathon someday? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you need The War of Art. In this powerful, straight-from-the-hip examination of the internal obstacles to success, best-selling author Stephen Pressfield shows readers how to identify, defeat, and unlock the inner barriers to creativity. The War of Art is an inspirational, fully well-aimed kick in the pants guaranteed to galvanize every would-be artist, visionary, or entrepreneur. Amazingly cognate and smart on the psychology of creation, Jay McInerney. As I close The War of Art, I felt a surge of positive calm. I know I can win this war, and if I can, so can you. From the forwarded by Robert McKee, screenwriting guru. That's the book. I took a number of things away from this, mainly the concept of resistance, which the author goes into around creating things or projects, and how it's this imaginary force to keep things the way they are, and how we encounter it and overcoming the fear of creating like this video. So, for example, this video. Just wanted to share. How many books are we on now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 books this time, which is great. The One Thing, The Surprising Simple Truth Behind Extraordinary Results, Gary Keller with Jay Papasan, #1 Wall Street Journal bestseller. Here's the front, The One Thing. On the back, New York Times bestseller, #1 Wall Street Journal bestseller, #1 Amazon bestseller, USA Today bestseller, and a question mark, what is your one thing? I read this when I had a lot going on. I think it was in college. And even when I opened up the front here, you want less and you want more. Yeah, you can have both, less and more. And it helped me clarify some things, so I just thought I'd come on and share. Next book, The Almanac of Naval Ravikant, forwarded by Tim Ferriss, A Guide to Wealth and Happiness by Eric Jorgensen. Here's the cover. On the back, getting rich is not just about luck. Happiness is not just a trait we are born with. These aspirations may seem out of reach, but building wealth and being happy are skills we can learn. So what are these skills and how do we learn them? What are the principles that should guide our efforts? What does progress really look like? Naval Ravikant is an entrepreneur, philosopher, and investor who has captivated the world with his principles for building wealth and creating long-term happiness. The Almanac of Naval Ravikant is a collection of Naval's wisdom and experience from the last 10 years, shared as a curation of his most insightful interviews and poignant reflections. This isn't a how-to book or a step-by-step gimmick. Instead, through Naval's own words, you will learn how to walk your own unique path toward a happier, wealthier life. This book is created as a public service. It is available for free download in PDF and e-reader versions on navalravikant.com. Naval is not earning any money on this book. Naval has essays, podcasts, and more at naval.al and is on Twitter at Naval. Eric Jorgensen, the author, the photo on the back. I hope this is engaging. I don't know whether on the back, whether I'm reading. Anyway, I'll continue. Eric Jorgensen is a product strategist and a writer. In 2011, he joined the founding team of Zarly, a company dedicated to helping homeowners find accountable service providers they can trust. His business blog, Evergreen, educates and entertains more than 1 million readers. I think we're down to the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This book is called Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McKeown. An essential read for anyone who wants to regain control of their health, well-being, and happiness by Arianna Huffington. You see the squiggly lines and then straight lines. This is the cover. On the back, have you ever found yourself stretched too thin at home or at work? Have you ever felt both overworked and underutilized? Do you ever feel busy but not productive? Do you ever feel like you're constantly in motion but never get anywhere? If you answered yes to any of these, then the way out is becoming an essentialist. This is not a time management strategy, but a systematic discipline you apply every time you are faced with a decision. By forcing us to apply a more selective criteria for what is essential, the pursuit of less allows us to regain control of our choices so we can make the highest possible contribution towards the things that really matter. Essentialism holds the keys to solving one of the great puzzles of life. So drop what you're doing and read it. Adam Grant, Wharton professor and best-selling author of Give and Take. Yeah, and that's it. This is the final book. I think this is all 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just to be sure. So, just to recap real quick. 2 books from Austin Kleon. Show Your Work. Anyway, Steal Like an Artist. The Almanac. And then it's the Almanac, this is in no order. The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. We have The One Thing. We have The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. Mindset by Dr. Carol S. Dweck. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Letting Go by David R. Hawkins, MD, PhD. Effortless by Greg McKeown. And Essentialism by Greg McKeown. So yeah, I think there's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So that's it. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. There were some reels on here on the channel that I've been putting up more frequently, and I'm trying to shoot one of these longer form content every week. It could be a bit of a challenge, but we shall see. and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for watching.